Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week we're exploring the heart of Georgia, starting with the stunning waterfalls and peaceful trails of High Falls State Park.
From there we visit Indian Springs State Park, one of the oldest state parks in the nation where history and natural beauty flow together.
Then it's off to the charming little town of Juliette, Georgia, home of the famous Whistle Stop Café, where fried green tomatoes was filmed and Southern comfort food is served up with a smile.
And finally, we make our way into McDonough, Georgia, where we wrap up the trip with a little music, some small town charm, and one last campfire under the Georgia night sky.
Join us for waterfalls, history, good food, and a whole lot of Georgia charm. This is one trip you don't want to miss.
Wow, it feels really good to be back in my home state of Georgia.
Yes, it does. We got in yesterday afternoon, actually, and we woke up this morning. First time in a while that we've woke up where the air conditioner didn't have to run all night, and it was 65 degrees in the RV this morning. Felt so good. Opened up the windows and enjoyed a little bit of fresh air for a change.
Yeah, I got to enjoy a little walk around the campground this morning and try to get back into that routine of walking. I did my morning walk, and I got out here a little bit later this morning, more like 8:30. But it's okay, actually. Seeing a lot of people out this morning. Everybody's cooking their different breakfasts, and it smells so good. All the bacon and potatoes and whatnot. This campground's really cool. They have a wind chime and xylophone in the playground area, and you can hear different people going up and playing it. And it's so peaceful hearing it echo through the trees. Such a peaceful, neat campground here at High Falls State Park.
So this is our third time, believe it or not, here at High Falls State Park now. We couldn't remember last night when we were pulling in if it was our third or fourth time, but this is our first time camping on this upper level in this campground. Really like it. Right now, it's a Tuesday, and there is like nobody here. It is great.
I feel like we own this place.
Right? So we're going to go hike a little trail this morning, and we have Nikki with us this morning in our backpack. We're going to scatter some of her ashes here. If you've been following the channel, you know that we've been kind of scattering her at some of her favorite places. And it's been a while since we've actually scattered any of her ashes. We actually forgot to do it in the Keys, believe it or not. I cannot believe we actually forgot to do that. But we're going back to the Keys here in the end of October, so we'll do it then. Well, we're back out on the trails here, and I have to say that this is the least amount of water we've seen rushing over the falls here in the times we've been here.
Yeah, normally before it's just tons of water gushing down, but
Looks like I could pretty much cross that on foot if it wasn't against the law and get kicked out of the park. That is. Still beautiful. We still love it. Still love it here.
The sound of this water rushing is so amazing. It's just so peaceful. I could sit out here all day.
Literally just hang a hammock from a tree and just go to sleep.
Heaven. Love it.
It is definitely not quite fall yet. It was cool, like we said when we woke up this morning, but in the sun, still a little bit warm right now.
Toasty.
A little toasty. Getting the shade though, and it feels better. It's still cooler than Florida though.
this hiking trail is so beautiful. There's so many different spots that you can stop at along the way in the very beginning. You get different perspectives of the falls. This has got to be the most spectacular spot right here.
Even though there's not a ton of water compared to the times before we've been here, wow, it's beautiful. Might even be more beautiful just the fact that, I don't know, you see like a lot of little different areas where it's little individual waterfalls.
It's not just one big waterfall, it's like all these little different ones. I can smell the water. You can smell the earth.
That's called fresh air, baby.
Yes. It's the Georgia air.
Yep. And we're gonna hike on down. I know the spot where I want to scatter some of Nikki's ashes at. Little spot the last time we were here where she went out wading in the water and
It's fishing.
Yep, looking for a fish like she typically would do. pretty much right here at the base of the falls. Oh, this is nice. This is pretty much the bottom. And it looks like Allie has spotted a butterfly. Yep. So this is where we just scattered some of Nikki's ashes. She loved this area, loved this park both times we were here. I think we're going to sit here, enjoy the sounds of the river, grab a little snack, and just kind of have a little bit of a zen moment here and just enjoy this whole experience. Hiking here at High Falls is really, it's not hard hike, and it's a hike with a great payoff, that's for sure. Apparently, when you don't work out like we haven't done for the past several weeks with all the family stuff that's been going on, it doesn't take long to get back out of shape. We've hiked 1.3 miles.
That's sad.
175 feet of elevation gain. And we're both like, ugh, gasping for air. So now that things have calmed down somewhat, I'm getting over my sickness and whatnot. It's time to start working out.
Yeah, no doubt.
We got to get back in shape. We're actually heading to Tallulah Gorge after this campground here at High Falls.
And I'm really worried about climbing all those stairs down.
We may just go to the.
Will be the problem.
Yeah, we may just go to the bridge this time, and we'll be like, my sister and Nick are going to join us.
Guys,
have fun. Bye bye. See ya. We'll see ya. You know, take pictures at the bottom and video for us. Oh, okay. Well, that was a great hike, though.
It was.
Enjoyed it. So we're on the other side of High Falls State Park here, and this is actually the Lakeside Campground. That's what they call it. I think these sites in here are typically smaller, but we're going to drive through here and see. I know our friend Rick and Carmen and Felix stayed here a few years ago. They had the travel trailer at that point. So yeah, these sites definitely look quite a bit shorter and smaller. There is a Class A here, but this is looks like the campground host. I don't think we would fit on this side so far, the sites I'm seeing. It'd be tight. It's a pretty campground over here, that's for sure.
Yes. That's a big one.
Yeah, we could fit in that one.
That's a really pretty one.
Yeah. I think we could fit in 113 as well. Oh yeah. And we could probably fit in 112. 112's big enough.
And they have yurts.
Let's see, they got, looks like 5 yurts. Right on the lake.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so that was the Lakeside Campground here at High Falls State Park. So there's a few sites in there for big rigs, but by and large, I think you'd have to go over on the other side, the riverside. So here at High Falls State Park, one of the cool things is they have some old grist mill ruins down here too. The first time we were here, we had a hard time figuring out how to get to it. There's a little bridge, you kind of walk over, wooden bridge, and loops around right back here. Also takes you down here to an old actual car bridge that was swept away, and I can't remember the year it was swept away, but yeah, this is really cool down here. And this here is part of the grist mill archaeological stuff. Yeah, you can see part of the wall remaining here. Definitely the water is not as high as before. But this is cool that there is still a little section of bridge here that you're allowed to walk out on. And it says no fishing from bridge, but still, it's a nice photo op right here.
Right over here is where the ruins are.
Yeah. I think that's where the water wheel would have been. Yep. Can't say enough good things about this area and this park. Love this area. So we got to say, one thing that we are super enjoying about, I guess you would say, retired life, being able to camp in these state parks on weekdays is, as you can see, this place is pretty much a ghost town. I think there's like 3 other campers on this upper level of this campground here at High Falls. When we first pulled in on Monday, there was a couple campers in this site, but they left on Tuesday, and there's been nobody in these sites here the whole time we've been here. I think we had one person come through and do a one night right here in this pull through, but this campground is super quiet during the weekdays. Now, we'll be here this weekend because I'm doing a couple shows, one in McDonough at Southern Roots on Friday, and one in Woodstock, Georgia on Saturday. So it's going to be a little bit of a drive going to Woodstock, north of Atlanta, and back here. But we wanted to spend as much time here at High Falls as we could because we love this campground. And this morning we're getting ready to go and hike a trail that we did the first time we were here. So this will only be the second time we've done this trail, and it's on the campground side of the river over here. So nice out today, so cool. Not a lot of humidity, it's awesome. So the Tranquility Trail right here, this starts over by the dump station in the campground, brings you out right here.
And this is the trail we're getting ready to hike. I don't know what the name of it is though.
I'm not sure, maybe it's just part of the Tranquility Trail. But this is the trail we did the first time we were here. And I do remember seeing some like historic ruins on this trail. And
we've got some ruins right here.
Yeah, you can see concrete. I'm not sure what that would have been. I think they were held piping.
Yeah, you can see how it's curved
on
this side over here.
Yeah.
Well, down here too, you can see, yeah, you can see how it's kind of like...
It's holding a big pipe, yeah. And there is definitely some rusted metal hanging out of that concrete down there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you can see an I-beam even right there poking through. You can hear the sound of the water rushing already.
I love it.
Can't see it yet, but you can hear it.
This campground, I can't say enough wonderful things about it. The hiking is superb here. The sound of the rushing rapids, and the beautiful trees. And I like how the trails are paved like this. They're not paved, but they're...
Well, this one is. Yeah. And this one's easy. This is flat and level.
Yeah.
Anybody could do this. You could even do this in a wheelchair, I think. And we're coming up to our first little overlook. Little overlook right here to look out over the falls.
Oh. So yesterday we were hiking on that side of the falls, and you can see the trail going down right up next to the water there. And that trail is a little strenuous. A lot of rock scrambling going on that side, but this side is very flat, and hiking is really difficult for you because of your legs, or you get winded easy. This is definitely the side that you want to come on because you still have the beautiful views. This side, you're up higher and you're looking out over the falls. On the other side, you're more up close and personal.
Definitely a bird's eye view here.
Definitely more calming on this side as far as you're not struggling with the walk.
I like this side a lot. I really do. And we're nearing this trail, which actually brings you out to the highway up here. And just across the highway is where we were at yesterday when we were walking out on the old bridge and checking out the old grist mill ruins. I think we're going to do something we've not done before, and we're going to hike down the side of the road here and get a view from the bridge. So if you watched one of our previous videos, we went and seen the Gamble Mansion, and now we're seeing the sign saying Proctor and Gamble. I don't think those are the Proctors and the Gambles, but it's kind of funny. And we just noticed, looking over the side here, there's a turtle sunbathing there on that little rock, catching him some morning sunshine.
Wow.
So we definitely recommend walking out here on the bridge and walking on each side because both sides are spectacular views. We never did this before, the last 2 times that we were here. So it's our first time. We're definitely going to do it again next time we come.
And from up here, you get a totally different perspective on the old bridge that got washed away. Really neat. And we just spied another couple turtles right here. One's just barely got his head out of water there. Well, that was absolutely a very pleasurable, easy hike. I didn't even get winded.
Neither did I.
Not in the least bit. So, yeah, if you're looking for an easy hike with some spectacular views and payoffs, definitely check out this hike, which is just past, or depending on which direction you're coming from, if you're leaving the campground, the parking lot is just past the old powerhouse ruins. But if you're heading into the campground, it's just before the powerhouse ruins. You'll see the parking lot on your left. I think our game plan now is we're going to head back. Allie's going to make lunch for us, right?
Yep.
Right?
Why is that funny to you? Yes, I am going to go make lunch for us.
And
Then
we're going to have to go find a good Wi-Fi.
oh my God.
My God. Allie's walking and filming, and I thought, what the heck is going on? Well, she's scared off every animal in the forest right now. Ooh, and me.
Oh, I walked into a big spider web.
Remember what I was just saying? Why I said this hike was like so easy I didn't even breathe heavy? I'm breathing heavy now. Dang near gave me a heart attack. At any rate, as she was saying, or as she was going to say, we have to go find a good cell phone signal so we can upload the video that you seen last week. Because here at the campground, that is one thing we will say about the campground here. The cell phone signal for us with T-Mobile, not good. And honestly, if we didn't have our high boost cell phone booster, we wouldn't be getting any signal in our RV right now. We've had to switch our phones over to LTE, so it's not trying to find the 5G signal. So at least with LTE and the booster, we're at least able to watch some TV with our personal hotspot. But it's not going to be near enough to upload a 20-minute video file. So I'm not sure where we're heading, but we're going to go try to find a signal.
Well, we spent a nice afternoon in McDonough. We did a little bit of shopping and I bought a candle. And then we went to check out the Southern Roots restaurant where Chuck is going to be playing Friday night. And Chuck had a beer and we just hung out there for a little bit and then walked around the town while our video was uploading because we have no signal hardly at all at the campground and we needed to get this video put out. We had to get that done where we had enough signal in town. So we went to Publix, picked up a couple of food items, and now we're heading back to the RV. We're going to make some dinner, relax tonight, and then tomorrow we're planning on going into Juliette for lunch. We're going to head back to the Whistle Stop Café, and I'll just see what I can figure out what I can eat because I'm still dealing with acid reflux and got to figure out what this tummy can handle.
A lot of fried food there.
A lot of fried food there, so I don't know. It's going to be hard to find something I know, but hopefully I can find something to eat.
Wow, we were telling you guys like yesterday or the day before in the video that it was empty here. It's really empty now.
And this whole end is empty.
Possibly the only campers on this loop. Oh wait, nope. There's a couple on this end down here.
There's 3.
But it's like having your own private property.
We are heading over to Indian Springs because we have a Georgia Park pass, so we're going to go over there for a little bit. And then we're going to head into Juliette, into the town of Juliette, and go have lunch at the Whistle Stop Café. This will be our 3rd time there. It's definitely a must-see place that you have to go to and have some good Southern food because the movie Fried Green Tomatoes was filmed there. They've got some cool history there, and they definitely have fried green tomatoes there. So if you love Southern food,
It's a place you got to go to.
So Allie was saying we have the Georgia State Park Pass. We actually did that when we checked in here at High Falls this time. Actually, we did it last year, or actually was it 2 years ago? I can't remember. But the last time we were here at High Falls, we ended up buying a park pass as well. Just because even when you're camping in these state parks here in Georgia, you still have to pay a $5 car pass, you know, for parking. And I mean, if you're gonna visit very many Georgia state parks, it's definitely worth it, you know, because it saves you $5 each time, and it's only like $50 for the pass. So that's why we're going to take advantage of going on over to Indian Springs State Park and checking that out. Well, we are here at Indian Springs State Park, and we're actually going to get to do something. Well, I should say, Allie's going to get to do something she didn't get to do before, and that is check out the museum here.
I guess I'm not going to get to do it because it's locked.
It's not even open. That's kind of odd. I don't know why they don't have it open.
I don't know either.
So since we couldn't go to the museum, we figured we'd just drive down here and check out the campgrounds, because kind of curious if we could, if we could camp here in this campground. But I'll give you a look at here at a few of the sites and just kind of how large and how small they are and kind of what the campground looks like. Now, as we were driving in, there was one camping area that was gated off, and you had to have the code to get in the gate. Now, why this particular campground, I'm not sure why this particular campground loop that, you know, there was actually 2 loops in there. Not sure why it was open. It said the gate closes at 10. Yeah, so you can kind of see through here.
Yeah, there's a Class A right there.
Yeah, there's some RVs in there. That's part of the RV campground right there. I think that's gated off. So I'm not sure if they've built a whole new section of a new campground.
Yeah, when we pulled into the one area that we could get into, we did notice that there was some construction work going on there, and like a big old deck that they were building. I don't know what it was, but
looks like they're definitely making some improvements to the...
Yeah, they were definitely making improvements. So, yeah, I think it'd be a nice campground to come stay at sometime.
It's beautiful back in here.
It's very pretty. A lot of trees.
It's a little bit more rolling hills in here too. Indian Springs State Park gets its name from the mineral springs that are here at the state park, and it dates back to the Creek Indians using these waters, and they thought that they had healing properties.
The Creek people considered the springs sacred and used them for medicinal and ceremonial purposes.
So by the 1820s, we learned the springs actually became a very popular destination for settlers, and they believed in the mineral-rich waters had restorative powers as well.
In 1825, the state of Georgia acquired the springs and 15 surrounding areas, and it was officially designated a state park in the 1930s, with the Civilian Conservation Corps helping to build roads, trails, and park facilities.
And another little fun fact that we just learned in doing a little research was that this state park is actually sometimes considered the oldest state park in the nation, because Georgia first acquired this in 1825.
Well, it's 1:30 and we're getting hungry, so I think it's time to head to the Whistle Stop Café.
I'm getting hangry over here, actually. So,
you ready for some Southern food?
I am definitely ready for some fried green tomatoes, some fried food, and I took all my medications before we left the RV today because I knew I was probably going to cheat today.
And I have to figure out what I'm going to eat because, like I said before, I've been dealing with this acid reflux since June 2nd. And I have to be very careful on what I choose to eat. So hopefully I can find something yummy.
We have made it to the town of Juliette, Georgia. And if this town looks a little familiar, then you probably have seen the movie Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yep, they actually filmed the 1991 movie Fried Green Tomatoes here. The movie put Juliette on the map, and before that it was nearly an abandoned town.
In the late 1800s, this area was built up around a grist mill on the Okmulgee River, but by the 1970s, residents moved away and the buildings were abandoned.
Then Hollywood showed up in the early 90s looking for a perfect small southern town for their movie Fried Green Tomatoes, and they transformed these old buildings into the fictional town of Whistle Stop, Alabama.
The Whistle Stop Café was once a general store built in 1927, which was transformed into the cafe. And after filming the movie set for the cafe, actually became the Whistle Stop Café, and it has been a tourist stop ever since.
And you can also see other props and things around the little town that were featured in the movie here as well.
This town still has the same southern charm as in the movie, and definitely a place worth checking out when you're in the area. So I went into the honeybee and I picked up something for my cousin. She loves honeybees, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity. She's actually having surgery tomorrow, and I wanted to send something, a little surprise.
Let her know we're thinking about her.
Yep. We love you, Judy.
So we just got through eating at the Whistle Stop Café. We did a little shopping, and as Allie was telling you, she picked up some stuff for her cousin.
We went to the store called Verna Core's Antique Store, and I've been there every time we've been here because it's such a cool antique store.
Yeah, it was my first time actually going into the store because in the past I always had Nikki and I would just kind of mill around outside. I cannot believe how much there was in this store, this antique store, how much stuff. It looked like if you know the show American Pickers, where they just have all this used stuff, and oh my gosh, I could stay in there. I don't like shopping, but we stayed in there for probably almost an hour. Although we did talk to the lady behind the counter for a while. But I mean, it was just so much stuff to see.
We ended up buying 4 records for our record player back from the RV.
So as you know, if you've been watching the channel, we picked up a little portable record player for the RV. And our whole goal is to do this sort of thing, is find antique shops like this.
And look for older records. And we did. We got 4 records for our record player.
Honestly, we could have probably bought at least 10, but we had to kind of, put the brakes on because we want to save some of the record finding for other stores, but they had a lot of records in here to choose from. So what's kind of weird is on this particular trip, just this trip alone, we've actually kind of went down a couple different rabbit holes of different artists that we haven't been listening to for a while, or maybe I've never even listened to. Dan Fogelberg. Now, I did know a couple of his songs, but one of them came on randomly when we were playing the radio, and I was like, I didn't know that was Dan Fogelberg. And then Allie just yesterday was saying, hey, ask Siri to play Summer Breeze. She asked me to ask Siri to play Summer Breeze from Seals and Croft. Well, guess what we ended up finding in here?
Got it. Seals and Croft.
And
Dan
Fogelberg. Which has the song on there, which I was listening to, which we were listening to.
The same old Lang Syne and leader of the band.
So excited. We got some new records to spin back up when we get back to the RV tonight. Well, we decided after leaving the Whistle Stop and town of Juliette, we were going to try to see where in the movie they walked across the dam. And wow. I was sliding. We ended up on some back roads. We were like off-roading, and I'm just kicking up dust all behind us back there. I was beginning to think the Bronco wasn't going to make it up the hill. I had to step on it. So, yeah, we're out exploring some off-road here around the town of Juliette, which didn't plan on doing. Allie's like, this could take us a while to get back to a main road. But
we're over halfway now.
yeah, and we really got nothing else to do today, so other than laundry and practicing my songs for tomorrow and getting a shower and cleaning the RV.
So one good thing about High Falls State Park here is they do have some washer and dryers here in the bathrooms in each one of the bathhouses. It makes it very convenient when you get when we're staying as long as we've been staying this time and we need to do a little bit of laundry.
Yeah, I did wash a couple blankets earlier this week, and now we're having to wash another one.
So we got 30 minutes.
Nice.
We're gonna go have a campfire
And enjoy our last night here.
At High Falls State Park.
The only bad thing about where the washer and dryer and the bathhouse is from where we're camped on the other end.
Drive all the way around.
Pretty much, yeah, we have to drive. It's kind of, I mean, we could walk it, but it's,
Yeah,
I mean, we could walk it, but it is a little far.
I'd rather just drive it.
Yeah, we probably will walk down to switch it over, though, from washer to dryer.
Yeah, we can do that.
One last fire. Actually, this is our first fire here this time. It's been pretty hot for the most part, so we didn't do any fires earlier in the week. Last time we were here at High Falls, Allie might have been partaking in quite a bit of Jägermeister while going out and gathering some firewood. This is pretty tame here, what she's got.
Because I'm totally sober right now.
Yeah.
I did a lot of my drinking last night.
But last time we were here, oh my, you came back with like a pretty much a downed tree. And you were trying to put it in the fire.
I did, yeah. I think we got enough kindling going now.
I think so. I'm starting to get a little warm.
Our first fire of the season.
I know. I wish it was a little cooler. So today it marks the last day of summer.
And I'm so happy for fall, y'all.
So we're sitting out here, just getting ready to watch a little Sunday night football, and got the game on, and we're hearing quite the loud owl. Right on cue.
He's so cute.
Love to hear an owl. Definitely makes you feel like you're camping when you hear the owls. Campfire and owls.
Yep. A little powwow owl. We have finished up this trip here at High Falls State Park, and we are heading out today. We're heading to Tallulah Gorge State Park. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that we found that it was informative.
And don't forget, on your way out, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, join our adventures, drop us a like, a comment, and share this video with your friends. And we will see you guys in the next adventure. Bye.
Bye, guys.